Hey guys, welcome to my video. As you guys saw in the beginning of this video, this is all about the Traditionalist Revenant. It's same pilot skill as the Falcon, so we know the Traditionalist Falcon and we know how tanky that is. Now the Revenant has the same skill. So the ability is not there, as you guys can see, but the Revenant also has shield, and I'm guessing that this has similar firepower to the Falcon, if not a little bit more. I also have the beak. The beak. It has beak. The drone, so it has like two square slots, and one attack slot, I think, the triangle, and I also have the shield on top of that, and of course I have the absorber shield. Yeah, basically this video was rather easy to kind of record because it didn't require that much skill. I mean, the point of having this build is basically just run into like everyone, and I really wanted to test out how tanky this is, and I'm getting attacked from like all angles, and of course I'm still here, and I still have my last stand, and this is surprisingly good against robots like Shell, especially if you have these sets of weapon, and I think that guy in Shell was pretty smart to kind of stay there and conserve his bot. So yeah, it was best for me to kind of fall back and attack. But yeah, guys ended up chasing me down, and the Mercury just bashing here and there. So yeah, as I said in the last video, the weapon really goes well with the Revenant, and because of the cooldown as well, it can brawl, and the reload is amazing. Anyways, I guess one thing that I didn't like from running the Traditionalist Revenant was that it's kind of boring. Like it's really slow, and there are a lot of abilities that are exciting, and whereas this robot, I think it's good to have like one in your hangar though, because of course there are times, especially if you play Beacon Rush, there are times when you kind of have to be tanky, and there are times where you can't get around other than just kind of stay on the beacon with your bot. And of course Fenrir, traditional Falcon, and this, and of course the Shell is one of them. But I think at the moment I wouldn't use the Traditionalist, because as far as just kind of sitting on a beacon, I personally like Shell better, and Shell can already do that better, because it focuses on multiple enemies already. Like, because of the explosion, it explodes, and you can put multiple guys in last stand. So in this game, basically what I was trying to do was just kind of go with the flow with the beacon lead and try to get 4 cap and then just end the game pretty quick. Now that I don't have any Revenant left to kind of showcase, I just kind of dropped my Titan here. And yeah, basically that was it. Like, the gameplay itself, like running tanky bots, any tanky meta can be pretty boring, but if it has like a huge HP pool and you're using the heal, you might end up with, I guess, like pretty decent score. But I think the Traditionalist Revenant, the role of the Traditionalist Revenant is already kind of taken, and of course, as I said before, the Shell kind of does it better, I say. So, and of course you're seeing right now the Minus is another one that can do the same. I guess I can see people running it, if you run maybe like what's it called? The one with like the one that looks like Fury. Okay, I have to look back into my hangar. For some reason, I forgot the name of that Titan. Anyways, Sharanga. So if you're using like a Sharanga, or if you're using like maybe Nodens or something, or yeah, definitely like Ao Ming, something that you don't want to waste that Titan on like one beacon just to defend that beacon. Maybe you'd use the Traditionalist Revenant, but I personally like the mobility, the teleporting ability with the Revenant. I think that's just too much to give up, I guess, because it's so unique. But everyone has their own style of gameplay, so yeah, some people just might like this, but it is pretty tanky, I'd say. But you kind of have to think that there are a lot of other tanky bots here and there as well. It's especially annoying when you meet like a Fafnir, because it's so fast, and especially having these sets of weapons. You can never get Fafnir unless that guy is like just sitting there, hovering in the air. But yeah, I think one guy was kind of tanking here in this match. I saw Cossack here and there, so yeah. And of course, just kind of doing what this is meant to do, basically just kind of protect certain beacons with this. I say I could see this thing go well with the Battleborn as well, but oh, actually not. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this with the Battleborn, because it gets triggered by like any splash damage weapons, and it still has its shield. So I think because it has its shield, I don't think Battleborn is worth running on this. I'd say balance unit is the best. And another thing that you're kind of giving up by running the Traditionalist Revenant is being immune to like everything when you use the ability. Like this thing gets immune to like suppression, lockdown, and like a bunch of other abilities that you kind of want to avoid. So that wasn't too much fun to watch with the Revenant, I say. I don't know, that's kind of my playstyle. I like to just kind of move around, just to try to get like different angles on enemies. I guess that's the fun of it. So I love playing the Orochi, and of course I'm using the Orochi here, having fun with its ability. Sometimes I have too much fun with the Orochi and use up all the ability, and now like this I have to face a Titan just bare without ability. Well, both of my abilities kind of charged up. I think it's because I have something like Death Survivor or something. Anyways, doing pretty good damage against this Titan Kid. Of course, anything Kid is targeted by like everyone. Not gonna lie, it gives you pretty good damage score, I'd say, and using splash here and there to get this Fenrir. So I guess in this map, if you're running like Traditionalist Revenant, it's best to kind of use it for this beacon, because it's so narrow, and you kind of have to go one-on-one, and tanky bots going one-on-one with other robots. It's just advantageous setting in general. So dropped into my minus, and so I can get this beacon. I don't have cannibalism on this. I think I have one cannibalism and 2 antimatter reactor and 1 plated armor. So this thing does pretty decent against regular bots as well. Just considering how I run a lot. Running the minus, I don't know, for some reason I tend to run into more regular bots than Titans. and with this mobility, you can kind of work around other slower Titans. Just kind of attack when they're engaged with someone else. Just kind of go back in and out, back and forth, and you can work on other Titans. So yeah, that's why I think the minus. I see a lot of people using the minus in this meta, and I can tell because I sometimes look at the Legend League, and of course all those guys that are that play. I don't know how many hours a day they play. Well, they play a lot, and they play a lot of team games as well. So they better know what's the meta, and of course, I saw a lot of guys run the minus, and it just makes sense to run the minus. And Sharanga can be a little bit risky because there just are a lot of Titan killers, like the Hawk, various modules, and Fafnir, of course, being present. So yeah, the game is almost over. I think it just ends right here, and let's see how much damage we did. Okay, this game 6.439, and this was yeah, one of their team had like a tanker, or someone left the game. I say tanker because that guy was kind of running level 1 Cossacks, so it wasn't a fair game, I guess. But this is an interesting map as well because of the teleport spots. Now, I think especially in this map, it's better to run the regular Revenant because a lot of places are open, especially near beacon. There are covers, but if you're kind of going for a beacon or defending a beacon, when you have to step onto that beacon within its perimeter, it's really wide open. So of course the tanky bots can do very well, but I think especially in this map, it's not about just walking onto the beacon because you can be getting attacked by like 6 guys here. But I think it's about timing to get certain beacons, and no matter how tanky your bot is, if you go in there at the wrong time, you can just burn through whatever you're running. So I think it has a lot of cover, but around beacons it's too open to run even tanky robots. So I think as far as Revenant, Traditionalist Revenant, I prefer the Fenrir with a legendary pilot that does more resistance, and or even the shell, I guess, as I said before. Put more guys into last stand, and you can focus on more guys, do more damage at one time. And this map, because I said getting or defending certain beacons was a little bit more about like timing it, because of the Revenant's teleport ability. Like no matter where you're at, you can teleport and defend certain beacons. Of course, it has max distance, I think it was like 350 meters, but considering that with teleport locations, you can really get around places a lot better. So I went in here so I could go one-on-one with the Fenrir. I didn't know it was a Fenrir, but and of course that shell was definitely more disruptive because of its speed, and it's just the way it attacks just explodes around the multiple enemies. So yeah, I'm just saying a lot of negative things about the Traditionalist Revenant, and that is just kind of being honest with this. I think I just see more value in the regular Revenant. Teleporting is pretty awesome, but I think the dev, I wish they didn't make as many like teleporting robots. And I think because of like most newer bots having like crazy mobility, like teleporting, just like Orochi and like all these crazy robots. Because of that, I think like bigger maps don't mean as much anymore. But I guess that's a good thing to kind of consider. I attacked this Fenrir, or maybe I shouldn't have attacked this guy, because I would have actually got this beacon if that guy didn't came back. Well, at least I would have had higher chance of getting this beacon. But I attacked that guy because I thought I had paralysis on here, which I don't. I have beak. And I thought I was able to lock that guy between these beacon, not being able, so that that guy doesn't go anywhere. But I had beak. So okay, well, I'm gonna drop something really exciting now. The behemoth with Bane, and of course, it's a lot of firepower, which I like. And if sometimes it's like, it's a miss, but if it's a hit, it's great. It's really fun. And of course, it was good time for me to drop this, just so that I can melt that shell and then start attacking the Minus. But Minus is too fast for me to kind of attack. It's kind of too far out. So although I could get that guy, that guy was being attacked by a lot of my teammates. Yeah, so if anyone was building Traditionalist Revenant, and I highly doubt a lot of people have the Revenant, because I didn't see that many when I was playing solo, but I wouldn't make the Traditionalist Revenant if you already have the Shell or the Falcon or even the Fenrir, which does the same. It has more firepower. Shell, it attacks multiple enemies. I think that's more valuable. And Minus, it's just another good option to kind of go if you need something in your hangar to kind of defend certain beacons. So yeah, I'm doing that right now with this Minus, and I was able to take this guy down. But I get yeah, this Arthur, I think this is our spawn. Maybe not. I don't think it's yeah, probably not. But yeah, the Arthur showed up, so me having like not much HP, the least I could do was kind of bust this guy's shield, or do some decent damage on this guy's shield. I went back, and I guess like I don't know, a breath will kill me now. Yes. And this is rather like a close game, so playing this game was pretty fun. Although like running the Revenant, Traditionalist Revenant, wasn't as exciting, because you just kind of walk. You only use that left console because the ability's taken away from you. So yeah. And enemies are making out. Basically, this Titan, this guy will see me, lock onto me, so I'd have to kind of use my ability here, and then just try to make that guy lose his aim, just by going like above him, I guess. That has to be pretty annoying. So that must be pretty dang annoying. So yeah, that's how strong Fafnir is, I guess. With this low-key, just trying to do as much as possible at this point of the game. But there's just too many of us now. So that was it with this video. This is a pretty long video because I had a couple of games in here. I hope I showcased Traditionalist Revenant well. Hope it helped, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you guys.